Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank Senator Karungo Adhangwa, the miracle senator from Kiambu, for this proposal. Mr. Speaker, I am aware there is an ongoing public participation by members of the National Assembly on the importance of entrenching the NGAV and Senate Oversight Fund. Mr. Speaker, the bait that public participation is being used is that if NCCDF or NGAV is entrenched, then bursary will be available. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the prayers that we need to consolidate this bursary and make education free for all. You know, bursary has been reduced to tokenism. If you support an MCA or a governor or a member of National Assembly or a women representative, Mr. Speaker, you are given bursary. Why is it that out of 656 billion that is allocated to education, we still have many children who cannot access education in this country? Those are the hard questions, Mr. Speaker, that we must ask ourselves. And that is why it is important that we need to consolidate all bursary, direct all national government administration officials to ensure 100% transition rate, Mr. Speaker, for our children in secondary schools, in primary schools, now that CPC has been changed to CBE, called a curriculum-based education, Mr. Speaker, so that everybody can access education in this country, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, this issue of bursary has been reduced and weaponized for campaign political tool, where members of National Assembly, NGAV, and governors are using it. In fact, Mr. Speaker, are you aware governors nowadays, and I don't know, Mr. Speaker, during your era whether this was possible, and when Senator Roba, where they want to use bursary as one of the key development achievements. While I agree human development capital is very critical, Mr. Speaker, it should not be the only yardstick that members of Council of Governors, the governors, members of National Assembly and the government, Mr. Speaker. In my own opinion, I'm surprised there is a public participation to entrench. This is making education costly, Mr. Speaker. We must agree that the planners, Mr. Speaker, every day, every function I go to Nandi, you must meet one or two parents or a number who want support to education in terms of payment of school fees. Where did we go wrong? And I think the silver bullet in all this, Mr. Speaker, is consolidate the entire bursary fund, make education free and compulsory education for all Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, so that it becomes easy. And that is why even I saw some people saying Senate need oversight. And then we will, Mr. Speaker, we might end up being paid representation fund, legislation fund, oversight fund, Mr. Speaker. And I want to challenge members of National Assembly, because I have seen a commentary by one of the legal minds, and I was sitting with one of the senior legal minds today during power lunch break, Mr. Speaker. And we are asking ourselves the questions Kenyans are asking. Why would you want to oversight yourself? Muganga ajigangi, allow the indulgence so that I can, mkinyosi ajinyoi. Ababa cannot shave his own head. So I'm challenging, Mr. Speaker, I'm challenging members of National Assembly that if you want to manage funds, run for two offices. You either run for president or run for governor. Why do you want to have your cake and eat it? Even as a Senate, there is no day we have said and we say we want Senate Oversight Fund. In my own opinion, that fund should be given to county as oversight. Mr. Speaker, for the first time, I'm in support with Barbara Ila Odinga, Papa Podbeck. Mr. Speaker, because the work of member of National Assembly and the Senate is to legislate, oversight, representation, and budget making, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I don't know, you need to know whether Senator Ed has bought shoes, because the last time there were people without shoes in Migori, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, that let us be honest, Mr. Speaker. If you want to manage funds, if you want to develop, sorry, Madam Speaker, run for officers that have such funds. Why trouble Kenyans? Mr. Speaker, with the constitutional amendment, this is not the right time to amend the constitution as a country. We must be careful in this country that what we did wish If we wanted an hybrid on prior presidential system, and that is why would we want to give bursary as politicians? Just to allow political patronage? To enslave our children, Mr. Speaker? To fight to ensure our children are given because, Mr. Speaker, and I've had the small towns in the villages. You get somebody say, so and so, I did not get bursary because I didn't vote Mheshimiwa in. Mr. Speaker, we must be honest that this issue of bursary, we must consolidate, Mr. Speaker. I wish and I pray at the end of this debate on this consolidation, the Committee of Education, led by Senator Monted and members who are in this House, should come up with an amendment to the Education Act, Basic Education Act, or the education laws that we have in this country and consolidate all the bursary, bring quantification, and I'm happy the Miracle Senator is here. I don't know whether he's still Miracle or not. Mr. Speaker, the point so that we can consolidate all the bursary and account for 656 billion, Mr. Speaker. You know, the political formation he's in with nowadays is no longer miraculous. Mr. Speaker, and therefore, under Article 53 of the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, we must ensure that these young people, a number of them, Mr. Speaker, they cannot, like for example, in secondary, tertiary, even as we talk, Mr. Speaker, our students in KMTC, Kenya Medical Training Colleges, Mr. Speaker, they need also bursary. But how do we do it? Let us make education free and compulsory from preschool all the way to the university and colleges. So that we stop, Mr. Speaker, even higher education loan board. We collapse higher education loan board so that we don't bring discrimination as envisaged under Article 27 of the Constitution of Kenya. Because the moment children that are in public universities are given higher education loan board, yet that money is the taxpayers, including all Kenyans. Yet children in private universities are not given higher education loan board, Mr. Speaker. It casts aspersion and the shadow, Mr. Speaker, of discrimination in our society, Madam Speaker. It casts aspersions on discrimination of our children that access higher educations in this republic. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of capitation, that is prayer number 3, we need also to be told, because as we talk, Madam Speaker, Kenya private sector, Kenya Secondary School Sales Association have been complaining in late capitation that is being given to either primary school or secondary schools across the country. We must calculate so that we don't need after, when that, you know, I find it untidy that after every opening of schools, you hear Kesha, you hear Primary Aids Association, you hear NAT, you hear Kupet, Madam Speaker, complaining that capitation is yet to be released. Even there was, Madam Speaker, the other day is removal of hardship allowances. Hardship allowances, Madam Speaker. This should be the motivating factor for all public servants and also the teachers in our country. If you work in places like Mandera, and we have had opportunity of going there, where the airstrip, you land in nowhere. Madam Speaker, there is no airstrip. There is no electricity. There are only 3 generators. The generators, Madam Speaker, generator is functional. I'm told it's being switched on and off like a tamamble, Madam Speaker. And therefore, we must agree that, Madam Speaker, that the issue of hardship allowance to civil servants and teachers is very critical. For example, in Nandi, I have like 4 or 5 wards, like Terik ward, we have Chepterwai ward, Madam Speaker, we have Kapchorwa ward, we have Soba Songo, and largely part of Tindred, Madam Speaker, where because of terrain and challenges that are unique to those regions, they should at least be given what we call hardship allowances, Madam Speaker. You go to some areas like Kilifi, where poverty index is very high. A number of areas like Kerio Valley, Madam Speaker, where insecurity is there, and I know Professor Kamari is well versed with, Madam Speaker. All these places, they need motivating factor called hardship allowances. And I don't think there was lack of wisdom with the formulators of Public Service Commission that we should have hardship allowances, Madam Speaker. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, so that I can give colleagues opportunity to converse and deliberate on this matter, Madam Speaker, my clarion call to the government, to the lawmakers, to all of us, let us consolidate bursary. Let us ensure all chiefs from Nyumba Kumi From now, I'm happy the Mukasa and the Kokwet elders and the village elders will now be given token of appreciation, courtesy of President William Ruto's government. Madam Speaker, even the village elders will now be part. Anybody who wanted, if you are married, I was telling some people over the weekend when we were burying former senior assistant chief brigadier in Mgwen in Mukunya, that if you had married a village elder and you didn't have hope, there is hope now because that village elder will have salary. So if you had left your husband because he's a village elder, you should be motivated to come back. Let us now use that opportunity to ensure from Nyumba Kumi, the village elder, we now ask come to the village like my village in Kapkeben, somewhere in Mosoriat, Madam Speaker. Go and ask the local, my local assistant chief called Joshua Chirchir, ask him, why are children not going to school? And the education is free and compulsory. Then we ensure money is provided to the school. And I'm happy this is the conversation we are having in this country. Let us not use politicians to give tokenism in terms of bursary. We will create big divide. Education will be expensive, unaffordable, inaccessible. Yet under Article 53 and 55 of the Constitution of Kenya, it envisages education that is of good quality, affordable, accessible, and valuable, Madam Speaker. And therefore, we want to see more doctors like Dr. Bone Kalwale, people who are good practitioners, Madam Speaker, so that it comes into the future of giving this opportunity, Madam Speaker, number of lawyers and many other professions that we have in this republic. Madam Speaker, finally, I would have requested the mover of the motion to amend and direct that Senator Karungo Wadhangwa, you should listen through the chair, that direct that there should be a special audit on the bursary that is being given. I'm told some members of National Assembly and governors, like my governor is notorious, he has changed Nandi from being source of champions to source of corruption, where they write a check and that check bounces, where they write a check to general that do not exist, they exist in up there.